in the moment. We wanted to win this game really, really bad, and after being down by so much, and we didn't want to lose to these guys, especially Joe. He went straight to Twitter and started talking shit. So we wanted to win this game, but so we just tried to stay in the moment, but realize that it's a big picture ahead, and we can't get there unless we start building habits every single day. And today, we started off slow, but we ended well.
Great.
Make him shoot over top.
After playing him 2 times, what is your take on Ben Simmons?
Oh, Ben? Oh,
yeah.
Man, he's something I've never seen before as far as really playing a point guard. You know what I'm saying? At that height and that speed and that strength. And until he's Aussie too, because he doesn't mind getting into some scuffles or showing his little feisty side. So that's gonna mean well for the Sixers down the line. And then you got Joel, who's playing well, and all the amazing pieces that they have here. Locking in Covington was huge for them. So they're gonna be a load coming up. This year, next year after that, man, they're gonna be pretty good, man. So you're seeing the team now that you should start following and start paying attention to.
Big picture. In the first quarter, what happened in the third quarter?
We made some mental errors, man. We in first quarter we didn't talk in transition, and we would cross matched a lot. So when we missed a shot, communication was bad. So they were getting threes and layups and dunks. So we corrected that, and communication was on a different level coming into that third quarter, and it helps when we make shots as well. So we got stops, and we was able to hold them to 15 points for the quarter, which is perfect quarter defensively for us, and score 47. That's just like the perfect storm. So we don't want to have to do that every night, but it was good. It was good that we came out and played with a different level of energy and intensity to start the second half.
I know it's a collective, but did you take it upon yourself to attack more in the third quarter as well yourself?
Yeah, I just try to be aggressive to make plays along with the rest of my teammates. I think he did a better job of just making a smart play on the offensive end. We were rushing a lot when we got down big, and that's the thing for us. We have to stay poised, continue to execute, and I think we did a great job of that in the second half.
Ken, what was just the overall mood and vibe at halftime, just given what had happened in the first half?
It was really relaxed. I mean, Steve is really good at not making problems worse. Some coaches come into at halftime, you're down 20, and they chew you out. And sometimes you leave out that halftime when you're down in the bad moves. We were in a great mood when we came out, and that showed with our play and our enthusiasm. Everybody was up on the bench, and Loon came in and did a great job for us. Nick came in and did an amazing job. Our bench was amazing, and that's just from having great energy. It changed, and we were just feeling sorry for ourselves, to be honest, that first half. The second half, we just went out there and played our game.
There was a crucial point where you switched on to.
How you doing, Luke?
Good. How are you?
Hey, do you think that it would have been weird if people made a big deal about your haircut when you were a rookie?
Yes, I do. It would be very strange, but it's a strange world we live in.
That aside, what is the continued message, just to be consistent with Lonzo? I'm sure it's the same as ever, just because he had one bad game. Not a big deal to you. Is that fair?
Not a big deal at all. We know that it's a long season, and there's ups and downs throughout that season, and we know what kind of player he is. He knows what kind of player he is, and he's going to be just fine.
Can one player's addition, in this case Greg Monroe, playing for Phoenix, that you didn't see him last week, can that make a big enough difference to have to really address it in the scouting report, or is it just a minor thing?
Well, we'll address it. It's not going to change a ton of as far as how they play, the play calls that they're running. This is, the third time we play them now, so we should be familiar with a lot of the sets that they run, and they're trying to get Booker and Warren going and as their big scorers. So a lot of the stuff will be the same, just a little different personnel that we'll go over with him out there now.
Just your thought on Larry Nance Jr. being clear to practice, and if it's expected, and what you think that can do for you.
We're thrilled to obviously get him back, and he was having a very solid season for us before he broke his hand. I didn't think he'd be back cleared this soon, but obviously that's not the case, and look forward to getting him back in practice.
Because the Ball family is so close, do you think that what happened to one of the Ball brothers is affecting Lonzo just a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, it's again, these are questions you got to ask him. I've talked to him about it. He said he was fine, but I think in any close family, when siblings or someone that you care about is going through something, and it affects you. It affects everyone differently, obviously. When you're on a basketball, one of the great things about playing sports or basketball is normally it's a nice escape for people, that they can forget about what's going on in the rest of the world when they're playing and competing. But I'm sure he was concerned for his younger brother.
What have you told him about the slump that he's in, and when and how he can come out of it?
That he helps us win no matter what. When he's on the floor, we play better. We play this type of basketball we want to play. Keep focusing on all those things you do, making us play fast, defensive rebounding, getting your teammates involved, and when you're open, keep shooting it.
You guys, as much as you guys consider drafting anyone other than Lonzo, you looked a lot at Josh Jackson. What have you seen from him in your previous two matchups, and what do you think of kind of his arrival in the NBA?
Well, he's a versatile player, obviously, and hard-nosed defensive player. Everything we talked to him about, and the coaches we spoke to all talked about how competitive of an athlete he was, no matter what you were doing. And I think he shows that. Even watching that Houston game, they got blown out last night, but he was still trying to pick up James, at half court and turn them, and he loves to compete, and he has some great moments and he has some not so great moments, just like every other young rookie in this league.
Why do you think he struggled so much out of the gate?
Why
do you think he has struggled to kind of get going?
Well, I'm not going to sit here and say he struggled. I haven't been around them that much. I think he's done some really nice things. I think he's shown some really nice things. I could be wrong, but I think he's shooting around 30% from the three-point line, which is impressive for a young player that's not a knockdown shooter. So he's doing some good things. He's doing some good things out there.
On schedule, that you're playing these guys for the third time in such a short span. Is that a positive thing or a negative thing, or how do you view that?
Both. You can take some positive out of it. As far as you start to know these guys really well, you start to know what they run. So it turns into much more of a mental challenge, especially winning the first two. It's hard to beat a team, 3 straight times, especially when it's not spaced out, because they hold on to that. And a lot of times the team that wins gets a little overconfident. So it'll be a great mental challenge for us to play him for the third time.